A courtroom in Oakland, California, two of the most powerful men in tech, sitting a few feet apart from each other for the first time in years. On one side, Elon Musk, the world's richest person, founder of Tesla, SpaceX, XAI, and the man who once helped create OpenAI. On the other, Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT, currently valued at $852 billion. The lawsuit is about whether OpenAI betrayed its non-profit mission, but embedded inside it is a much bigger question, one that got asked out loud in testimony this week. Who should actually control the most powerful technology ever built? And the honest answer, based on everything that's come out in this trial, is nobody in that courtroom has a good one. Here's the background, as briefly as possible. Elon Musk co-founded OpenAI in 2015 as a non-profit, contributing what he says was around $44 million over its first few years. The explicit mission: develop artificial general intelligence, AI that can match or surpass human intelligence safely, openly, and for the benefit of humanity rather than shareholders. Musk left the board in 2018. Then in 2019, OpenAI created a for-profit subsidiary to raise the capital it needed to actually build the technology. That structure has since evolved into a public benefit corporation, overseen by the original nonprofit foundation, a conversion the attorneys general of both California and Delaware approved last year. Musk's lawsuit argues that this transition betrayed the original charitable mission, that Altman and the other leaders deceived him, and that they profited from his contributions under false pretenses. OpenAI's counter-argument is more pointed. They say Musk only started caring about all of this after OpenAI became wildly successful at the exact moment his own competing AI company, XAI, launched. The implication being this isn't about principle, it's about market position. The stakes are significant either way. If Musk wins, OpenAI's IPO plans could collapse, and Altman and co-founder Greg Brockman could lose their positions. The $852 billion valuation would be at serious risk. Now here's where it gets philosophically strange. During his testimony, Musk turned to the jury and posed what he framed as a rhetorical question about Microsoft, which has invested $20 billion into OpenAI and is named as a co-defendant in the case. He said, and this is a direct quote from his testimony, "Do you really want Microsoft controlling digital superintelligence?" It's actually a fair question. Microsoft makes Teams and Outlook. The idea of the same company having a controlling interest in technology, Musk himself has described as capable of, and again, this is from his testimony, potentially killing us all, is worth interrogating. But here's the problem with Musk's argument. His proposed alternative, at least in OpenAI's early days, was himself. Specifically Musk plus 4 board members, all appointed by Musk. He testified that he believed he needed personal control of OpenAI to ensure the technology was developed safely. So the choice, as framed in this courtroom, is essentially Microsoft, or Elon Musk, a corporation whose primary motivation is shareholder return, or a billionaire whose proposed solution to concerns about concentrated power was more concentrated power in his own hands. Neither of those options, it's fair to say, has won over the general public. During jury selection, potential jurors submitted questionnaires describing Musk as, and these are actual quotes from the process, a world-class jerk, and significantly worse. Even the judge acknowledged publicly, the reality is that people don't like him. From observation, the entire trial proceeds as though the only viable options for AI stewardship are a small set of American tech billionaires and their companies. The names that come up are Musk, Altman, Microsoft, and possibly Google, Meta, or Anthropic. That's it. That's the complete list of candidates being considered for what is called the keys to the God machine. There's no serious discussion of international coordination. No mention of democratic oversight, independent regulatory bodies, or public ownership structures. No acknowledgement that concentrating transformative technology in the hands of any single private entity, regardless of how much that entity talks about safety and philanthropy, is itself the thing many AI researchers consider the core risk. Musk's own testimony acknowledged this in a roundabout way. He said he warned the Obama administration about AI risks years ago. He said he told them AI was not good enough to seem scary smart back then. And then he said, here we are in 2026, and AI is very smart. He's right about that last part. The question is whether a civil lawsuit between competing billionaires is the right venue for resolving what happens next. Whatever the jury decides, the trial is already doing something useful. It's forcing a public conversation about AI governance that has mostly happened behind closed doors. The internal emails and testimony entering the record are revealing. In one exhibit, Altman tells Musk he's his hero. Musk responds by writing, "The fate of civilization is at stake." That exchange captures the strange blend of personal rivalry and genuine ideological conviction running through this whole case. OpenAI's lawyer summarized their position in his opening statement this way: "We are here because Mr. Musk didn't get his way with OpenAI." Musk's team would characterize it as, "We are here because a charitable mission was hijacked for profit." Both things can be true at the same time. That's what makes this complicated. The jury, 9 people from across the Greater Bay Area, selected from a pool 3 times larger than a typical civil case specifically because of how polarizing the names involved are, will determine liability on an advisory basis. Judge Yvonne Gonzalez-Rogers will decide any actual remedies herself. That means even a jury verdict in Musk's favor doesn't automatically unwind OpenAI's structure. The judge decides what happens, which is appropriate really. The most consequential questions, in this case, were never going to be resolved by 9 people in a box. The Musk versus Altman trial will continue this week. More witnesses are expected, more internal documents will enter the record. But whatever the verdict, the question underneath this trial doesn't get resolved in a courtroom. Who should control transformative AI, and on what terms, accountable to whom, is a question that outlasts this case by decades. If you want to follow the trial as it develops, links to the live coverage are in the description. Subscribe for weekly breakdowns of the biggest stories at the intersection of tech and power. Thanks for watching.